Okay, I'm back. So my name is Rainbird, and this is Kyhmah 102, video 4, part 2. So what I'm doing is I have my journal here, and I have a bunch of notes that I wrote down for myself, and I just wanted to share them with you guys and see if any of this resonates or feels like something that you can relate to, okay? So what I said in the last video, how I ended, once a musician has had an opportunity to study with a musical legend, or anybody, like an artist has had the pleasure of working with a master artist, or a designer has had, the pleasure of working with Jean-Paul Gaultier, and you can't go back. You can't go back. You got to go onward, and your future self knows that. It's like there's something in you that knows that, oh, I can't go back. Like, this is... Oh, honey, is it time for you? Okay. Sorry, he fell asleep on the couch, and I think his alarm is about to go off. Go ahead, baby. So anyway, you can't go back. Your future self knows this. And your future self knows this so well that it actually creates this paradigm shift. Unawares, okay? It creates this paradigm shift where now you don't know why, but now the conversation is just like, All right, well, and I want to, because that's actually what happens to me. Like, I find myself, someone called me the other day, and their vibration was so low that I didn't even say goodbye. I just hung up the phone. I don't even want, I can't even, right now I have to practice self-love for the sake of my future self in a way where anyone that understands me and knows me will really respect that, because that is something that is a huge part of your future self, is that respect and that room to do that. And so once you have stepped into, even just in one area, because if you use trial and error, and it's okay, just be gentle with yourself. It's like, you're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. Let me tell you something. I raised 2 boys and 2 black men. That's how I say it. I didn't raise 2 boys. I raised 2 black men. And I didn't withhold anything about life from them. And I let them watch me make mistakes. I didn't hide anything from them. There was really never an instance where JC and I were behind closed doors, whisper arguing. They saw us fight. They saw us argue, but they also saw us make love. They saw us kiss and make up. They saw us whisk each other away. They saw it all. Because and they make mistakes. And everybody, we all make mistakes. We're all human. And, it's really difficult, especially like if you have children, to try and not get in the way of them feeling the consequence of that mistake, so that you don't begrudge them of that lesson. And, I can admit that as a parent, when they were younger, I overdid that a little bit. There was a lot I wanted to protect them from. I don't know why. I didn't die from it. When my parents said no, I survived. I still had what I needed. I still had food and beautiful clothes and, the best schools. And I mean, what was I trying to save them from? And, now the challenge is, as now they're adults, they're 24 and 21. And now I get to watch them go on their way and make their own mistakes as adults. And it's really hard to watch them make mistakes and say to yourself, You know, well, you made mistakes. You're not half bad. You know, you got some scrapes and bruises and some rough edges here and there, but you're not bad. Hold on. I didn't realize that was even playing.
Hey, how's it going? This is Joe.
I just wanted to make sure.
Today I want to talk about why some people like both.
I don't know why. Sorry about that. Okay. So, I digress. All right. Oh yeah. There's something in our makeup that wants us to expand. Every single living thing on the planet. And so what I was going to say about making mistakes is, in order to expand and in order to grow, you have to do something. You have to do something. You have to explore. You have to leave. One of my favorite movies. I love Disney movies. I'm sorry. I love Disney movies. I just think Disney movies are awesome. One of my favorite Disney movies is Moana, and you know, her thing is she wants to see what's beyond the reef, and you know, the sea calls to her because she's got this mission. And oh my God, I can totally freaking relate. I mean, I cry every time I watch that movie, and you know, it's like you got to get there, because you know that once you get there, or once you at least set sail, you can quench something inside of yourself, and at the same time help the village, help your village. If you don't ever make any mistakes, if you don't ever test the waters, if you never do anything, then you're not going to expand and you're not going to grow. And I don't really understand what happened to us as human beings, where we're living in a world where we feel like everybody has to do everything right the first time. And we condemn not only them, but ourselves for the mistake. We act as if, you know, we forget that somebody taught us how to wipe our ass. Like, we forget that. It's like we become adults, and all of a sudden you supposed to know your shit. Or you're supposed to be able to figure that out. You're not supposed to make any mistakes. You're supposed to have it together. And you know, it does seem like, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it does seem like the more we gain in humanity, in society, technology-wise, the less inventive we need to become. So we expect roboticism from one another. When we're talking to people, like, okay, so I can tend to talk fast, but for the most part, I kind of talk in this, because there's a ton of guys in there on little typewriters, and it has to be the ones that go ching, and they're just going at it, and so that's what's happening. And so wow, that's funny, because I do see them, and they're all wearing white shirts and black ties. They're all in cubicles. Ching! See, I just saw him. Anyway, we're roboticizing each other. We're actually expecting each person to be. Listen, sometimes when I leave my house, my hair is not done. I don't wear a brassiere. I'm done with bras. I really am. Okay, that's where I'm at. It's okay. It's just a change in life, and I'm just done. Okay. Sometimes I always try to look decent. Like, I'm not trying to look like a slob because I want also to be respected. But it's not necessary. It's not. It's not necessary. It's more necessary to be able to look at someone and smile and say, have yourself the best day your heart can think of. You know, it's more necessary to do that. And as you start to practice Kyhmah, and put it into effect in your own life, you start to feel a little bit more secure in your standards for your future self, because it's almost like you discover a great recipe for mac and cheese. Like it was an accident. Like you fell short. Maybe you forgot you didn't buy the sour cream or whatever ingredient you put in, and you substituted it for something else, and oh my God, that's what it's like. That's what Kyhmah is like. But I will say, like, you know, preemptive strike. Make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you don't forget to eat, because that actually was happening to me for a while. I was forgetting to eat. Make sure don't okay, like I said, somebody had to teach us how to wipe our own ass. Okay, you can become a snob. Like, do not do that. That's not what this is about. This is scientifically using self-love, that which runneth over, as an extra, you know, like the mothers that have newborn babies, and the women that drop off their babies because they don't want them, and the nurses will go to the mothers who just had newborn babies and will say, would you care to breastfeed, you know, and because she's got extra, you know, that's what you want. You know, you want to use that extra. Sorry if that was a weird metaphor. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm but that's what you want. You want to use that elixir, that extra, because you have to have it in yourself. So you have to feel it for yourself. So yeah. So stand up for yourself, and you know, and it's okay. It's okay to care what others think of you. It's okay. It's okay as long as it's in the right way. Like, you don't want others you don't want to care about what others think about your wealth, who you share your bed with. You don't care about that stuff. That stuff, if you're caring about that stuff, if you're caring about what mommy thinks, like, I'm going to say, because that's a hard thing to get over, because I had to get over it too. When I understood that, oh, wait a minute, okay, my mom wants me to be myself. She actually is encouraging that. I have nothing to worry about. Okay, I can go out and be myself. But, okay, however you come to it, if you are still having those issues, like if you're still having the issues where you care what your parents think about the choices you make, knowing now as a full adult, knowing that they made certain choices that, you know, not even your parents, who were God in your eye, got it right, like, then, you know, you need to start practicing standing up, you know, to that power that you gave her, and take it back, or that you gave your father, whoever it is, your mother or your father, and take it back, so that you can start walking in who you are, because that is their contribution to the world, not a replica of them, but who you are. So you would be doing your parents a favor by being you, because that's their contribution to the world. You being you, not you being them again. All right, I hope I said that right. Okay, so yes, your standards will change. Your standards, because your frequencies and your vibrations and your self-love, it will change. And so you will have no problem sending back the glass of ice with the small little speck of something suspicious looking right there on the lip. You'll have no problem telling, you know, your doctor, no, I'm uncomfortable with that. Find me something else. You'll have no, you will stand up for your future self, and you will start to use and infuse those vibrations that you gather, that that you begin to hone and learn how to put in yourself. And once it's so full that it comes out, then you can use that and pulse that out into love for everybody, or for whoever needs it. What if it works? What if it does? What if we could, just walk by somebody and shake their hand and pulse a healing into them? What if it, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to find out. Anyway, thank you for watching with me this morning. I think I'm going to go back to bed. See JC off to work and go back to bed. That's what I'm going to do. It's been real pleasure. Whoever's watching these videos, thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.